Happy Wednesday! We're closing out November. The theme for recruiting, building for next year. Okay. We have gone through all the steps. Resume, application, disc. We've done the interview. Now it's time to finish it out with the team interview. And why do I like a team interview? Or a company interview if you're not a team. Or peer interview. The reason why is because, one, especially if you have a team, is because you want buy-in from the team. Instead of me just going and hiring somebody and saying, hey, you're working with a team, you're sharing your leads with them. Two, they get to do the interview process. So, look, as the rainmakers, that means that they're just as responsible for a bad hire as you. Okay, so I'll throw that piece out there. But what they get to do is they get to interview going, okay, so why do you deserve to get leads that would be going to me? How are you going to be part of the team? Let me explain to you what we do on the team. Let me talk to you about our culture. Let me tell you how we take care about ourselves. So it's not just me forcing somebody into a position. It's them accepting somebody into the position. See the difference? Now, they're not always going to be the final decision. However, we would like to get their opinions because they'll talk different to peers than they will to you as the rainmaker. And it's an interesting observation when they will talk to other agents or other loan officers or other salespeople within your corporation than they will you as a CEO of the company. They're a lot more open. They can kind of chat, a little bit water cooler talk. And it's an interesting dynamic that happens versus they're prim and proper with you. So they get to find out a lot more dirt than you do. And then that is the last step of the recruiting process. Then you have somebody from the team, or you sit down with the team, and you go over exactly what the conversations happen. And they can ask a lot of different questions than you can, of course, as being the rainmaker of the company. And then we now have the 5 steps to the recruiting process. And then sometimes if you're using, like John Pike, that's 6 steps. So the important piece is we're not in that concept of desperate people do desperate things and we're just hiring the first person that comes in the door. When we do shotgun recruiting, it's going to cost us a lot of money. And in some cases, 10 to 15% of our P&L can be thrown in the trash because we are hiring the wrong people. We are wasting so much time, effort, and energy. And not only our time, but our team's time, and your company's time, and your sales department's time, and your HR's time, about getting them off the team. Getting the wrong hires. And if they're a W-2 person, it costs a lot of money because you have to go through write-ups. Then we have unemployment. We have everything else. So, we have now finished the series. We have the application, the resume, the disc, the interview, and then finally we have a team buy-in. And look, it takes a little bit longer. And if somebody says, look, I don't have time to go through this thing, then you know what? They're probably the wrong person. There's a reason why they got released off the other team and why they're out there looking for another job. And they're probably not right for you in the first place. If they're not willing to go through it, then I'm not willing to hire them. That's just my opinion. And maybe you need to take that same direction. Okay? So we need to hire slow, fire fast, release fast. Okay? So it's time to prepare. Make sure your business plans are done. They should have been done a month ago by the time you watch this video. Make sure your business plans are done. Let's get our recruiting efforts in place. And let's crush it in 2018. God bless.